There's just this universal power in a confident smile, isn't there?
Absolutely.
It's such a key part of how we express ourselves, how we connect. It really shapes how you feel, I think, and how you interact.
It definitely does. And for people looking to maybe enhance that smile, dental veneers are, well, they're a remarkable option and getting more popular all the time.
Right.
They're essentially these thin, custom-made shells designed to cover up, a whole range of things like stains, chips, gaps.
Little imperfections.
Exactly. They can really transform a smile.
So today, that's our deep dive. Dental veneers. We want to look at where they came from, bit of a surprising story there, and really explore what they could mean for your confidence, for your smile, give you that shortcut to being properly informed.
Sounds good.
So the origin story is kind of glamorous, actually. It starts back in, 1928 Hollywood.
That's right, yeah. A dentist named Dr. Charles Pincus. He basically invented these temporary acrylic caps.
Just for actors.
Just for actors, for the close-ups in films. They only lasted a few hours, apparently. Just stuck on temporarily.
Wow. So how did we get from temporary movie magic to, permanent teeth?
Well, that took a few decades. The real breakthrough, scientifically speaking, was in 1959. Dr. Michael Buonocore figured out this etching process.
Etching.
Yeah, using a mild acid basically roughens the tooth surface just enough so adhesives can grab hold properly.
Oh, okay.
And then fast forward to 1982, Dr. Simonson and Calamia refined that. They figured out how to use hydrofluoric acid specifically on porcelain itself.
Right.
Which meant you could get this really strong, really secure, permanent bond using resin cements. That was the game changer for making veneers last.
And from there, I suppose, materials and tech just took off.
Completely. Now we have incredible materials, things like lithium disilicate, zirconia. They're super strong, but also look incredibly realistic. Plus digital tech like CAD/CAM, 3D printing, it means the precision in making them is just phenomenal now.
So let's define them again clearly for someone maybe just tuning in. What exactly is a veneer, and how is it different from, say, a crown?
Okay, so a veneer is an ultra-thin shell, usually made of porcelain or a composite resin material. And crucially, it only covers the front surface of the tooth.
Just the front.
Just the front. That's the key difference from a crown, which covers the entire tooth like a cap. So veneers are generally considered a less invasive cosmetic treatment because you preserve more of your natural tooth structure underneath.
Got it. And what sort of issues can they really fix? We mentioned chips and stains, but what are the common things you see them used for?
Oh, quite a range. Definitely discoloration, especially deep stains that, whitening treatments just won't touch. Chipped or broken teeth, obviously. Closing small gaps between teeth, that's called diastema. Even fixing minor misalignment, slightly crooked teeth. And covering teeth that are worn down or maybe just have an unusual shape.
So quite versatile. Now, you mentioned porcelain and composite resin. What's the difference there? What should someone think about?
Right. Those are the two main types you'll hear about. Porcelain is generally seen as the gold standard for aesthetics.
Why is that?
It's because of its translucency. It lets light pass through and reflect off the natural tooth behind it, much like real tooth enamel does. So the look is incredibly natural. They're also extremely durable, usually lasting, say, 10 to 20 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is. And they resist staining really well. The trade-offs are that they do require a tiny bit of enamel to be removed from the tooth first, usually about 0.3 to 0.5 millimeters. And they are generally more expensive. You're looking at maybe $925 to $2,500 per tooth, roughly.
Okay. And composite?
Composite resin veneers. They can still look very good, but they're generally less translucent than porcelain, so maybe not quite as lifelike. And they are more prone to staining over time.
Right.
Their lifespan is typically shorter, more like 5 to 7 years. But a big plus for some people is that they often require very little, sometimes even no, enamel removal. They're also more affordable, maybe $250 to $1,500 per tooth. And if they do chip, they're usually easier to repair than porcelain.
So it sounds like there's no single best option. It really comes down to your priorities, doesn't it? Your budget, how long you want them to last, how you feel about that enamel removal aspect.
Exactly. It's a very individual decision, something you discuss in detail with your dentist.
But we're talking about more than just fixing a chip, aren't we? This seems to go way beyond just the surface appearance, the impact on confidence?
Oh, absolutely. It can be profound. You see people gain so much self-confidence, that feeling of smile anxiety, being hesitant to smile fully, that can just disappear. It genuinely improves social interactions for many people.
It unlocks something.
It really can. And that ties into the whole Hollywood smile idea we mentioned. It's become this global thing, hasn't it? People recognize that feeling good about your smile can genuinely boost your overall well-being.
You have an example? Well, maybe from a case study?
Sure. We had a patient, let's call her Sarah. She came in before her wedding, really unhappy with deep discoloration, somewhere, a few chips. She ended up getting 10 porcelain veneers, along with a little gum reshaping.
Okay.
And the result was just stunning. A really radiant, natural-looking smile. But the biggest change was in her. She just lit up. She could smile freely for her photos, interact with everyone, fully express her joy on that huge day. It was a fantastic confidence catalyst for her.
That's a great story. So if someone is considering this, what's the actual journey like? What are the steps?
Well, typically it starts with an initial consultation, discussing your goals, checking your tooth health. Many dentists now use digital smile design, too. It's basically software where they can take photos and scans of your teeth and digitally create a mock-up of what your new smile could look like. So you can sort of try it on virtually beforehand.
That sounds helpful.
It really is. Then, for traditional veneers, there's the tooth preparation stage, that minimal enamel removal we talked about. Then, taking impressions or digital scans, those go to a dental lab where your custom veneers are crafted. And finally, you come back for the placement, where they're carefully bonded onto your teeth.
And once they're on, how do you look after them? Is it complicated?
Not really, no. It's mostly about consistent, good oral hygiene, soft toothbrush, non-abrasive toothpaste, flossing daily, all the usual stuff.
Right.
Be a bit mindful with really hard foods. Don't go chewing ice or cracking nuts with them. If you grind your teeth at night, a night guard is essential to protect them. Limit things that stain, like coffee, red wine, smoking. And of course, keep up with your regular dental checkups and cleanings.
Makes sense. So thinking about the big picture, what are the crucial things someone absolutely needs to consider before taking the plunge? Any potential downsides?
Definitely some key considerations. First, suitability. Your teeth and gums need to be generally healthy. If you have severe grinding or clenching, that often needs to be addressed first.
Okay.
Second, understand that for traditional porcelain veneers, the process is generally irreversible because of that enamel removal. Once it's gone, it's gone.
That's a big one.
It is. Third, the cost. It's a significant investment, and it's typically considered cosmetic, so dental insurance usually doesn't cover it. A full set could range anywhere from, say, $5,700 up to $24,500 or even more, depending on the type and how many you get.
Right, a major factor.
And maybe the most critical point, choosing the right dentist. You want someone experienced specifically with veneers, someone with a good portfolio you can look at, who takes a comprehensive approach and communicates really well with you. They're basically your smile architect.
That's a good way to put it. So it's clear, isn't it? Dental veneers are much more than just a cosmetic fix.
Yeah.
They really can be a gateway to feeling more confident, more expressive, maybe more joyful, a real impact on your quality of life.
Absolutely. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you to consider. Thinking about how much veneers can impact self-perception. What hidden potential in your own life might be waiting to be unlocked just by embracing a change, any change that boosts your confidence?
That's a powerful question. If this Oceanic Dental's Edit podcast has got you thinking, we encourage you to explore your options further. Give us a call or chat with us during your next visit. We'll be happy to walk you through the process and help you find the most suitable solution for your dental needs.